Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's Week 15 in the NFL, and we are going to cover the Atlanta Falcons Jacksonville Jaguars game right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Of course, the Jags have been excellent ATS recently, and the Falcons 9 straight ATS losses. So we'll see if Joe Duffy expects that to continue and maybe recommends a play on the Jags. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us. Atlanta Falcons, I'll say it again, 9 straight ATS losses. Oh my God, that is one, and they just got blown out. They're just looking like a complete mess. Matt Ryan is looking like a shadow of his former self. The offense isn't getting anything going. It looks like the team has quit. The Jags are actually a 5-1-1 ATS over their last 7. Falcons are also 0-8-1 over/under in those 9 games. So I don't know. What do you expect? The Atlanta Falcons ATS losses, losing, and they're under trending to continue in this one. What do you think, Joe? It's a high total, 49.
Well, often I like to be counterintuitive, but in this case, you almost did the analysis for me. Look, The Falcons have been a complete deer in headlights, and Dan Quinn, he's a guy, he's a nice dresser. He's GQ. I could learn some lessons from him on how to dress, but this is a first-year coach. He is lost. He cannot make any adjustments. Again, as I always say, teams don't quit until maybe week 16 and 17. So I don't totally agree with that, but everything else that you said is correct. This is a team that cannot make adjustments. Kyle Shanahan probably will never get a job as an offensive coordinator again. He is a quarterback killer. He did it to RG3. He did it to Matt Schaub. Now he's doing it to Matt Ryan. This team is completely lost, and they have no leadership that says that they can turn the ship around. Jacksonville's a team with an upside. We keep talking about Blake Bortles is finally starting to progress kind of in the old-fashioned way, where his second year as a starting quarterback, he's really starting to look like he is worth being one of the top picks last year. 2 teams clearly trending the other way. Now, I do say the NFL is a regression to the mean sport, but not here. There's a good reason Jacksonville's trending upward and Atlanta's trending downward, and I just think it's going to continue.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling as well, because I was thinking to myself, I was like, is Matt Ryan going to come out and suddenly, completely reverse course with no apparent reason? I don't think so, and if that doesn't happen, why should we expect anything different? So do you want to go Jacksonville? Right now it's -3. Do you want to make Jacksonville -3 an official pick, Joe Duffy?
We will go with Jacksonville as an official pick.
There it is. Jags -3. If Joe Duffy is right, that will make a 10th consecutive ATS loss for the Atlanta Falcons. Do you have anything to say about the total? Because the Falcons have actually been almost as good of a bet on their unders as they've been on their fades, and it's a high total, 49. The Jags, of course, had a huge offensive game last game where they kind of were rooting to get to 50 the whole game. They ran up the score. Maybe we see another under as well.
Well, you can see the way Matt Ryan's playing, where they might want to run the ball a little bit more, and they look like, with Freeman and Coleman seems to have flashes as a backup running back. He just can't hold on to the ball, but I can see how Atlanta would really tone the game down to try to compensate rather than, trying to let Ryan play himself out of it. So it's tough to argue with that.
Yeah, I think I'm liking under. The Greek is also leaning under as well. They have 48.5. And Joe Duffy's pick for this one, Jacksonville -3. Joe Duffy, OffshoreInsiders.com is your website. Tell us about that.
It is the biggest weekend of the year. Nice 7-3 week last week in college and the NFL combined. There was a 1 game, the Army-Navy game in college. We have a spectacular weekend. Saturday, one of the strongest bowl days ever. We explain exactly why on the website. Sunday is the NFL game of the year. All kinds of great stuff. We've got a bowl package. You want to jump on board right now. Change the rest of your gambling life for the good.
Right now. Give yourself there's nothing wrong with giving yourself a Christmas present once in a while. Join at OffshoreInsiders.com with Joe Duffy. Thanks so much, Joe.
Christmas, Hanukkah, you name it. Yes, sir.